put a t-shirt on. I'm sick of my titties out.
We're live again now. Anyway, I think we are. So let's check. What happened?
Scott asking me covered up there. Big
Nice.
t-shirt. That. Cheers, Scott.
What happened? You run out of internet on your phone there?
Literally, I've got full Wi-Fi on my phone, but yeah, it just I don't know. No good.
Yeah, no worries.
So yeah, on laptop now, so we're all good.
Good. Well, do you want to finish off your story then? Because you were just halfway through telling us about you'd obviously done the sprint triathlon, and then
this daft triathlon idea, yeah. So yeah, basically, I did the sprint triathlon on a Tuesday as preparation for the main one on a Thursday. So by the time Wednesday came, my calves were so tight, and everything was just sore. And then I made another mistake. So instead of on Wednesday night, carbing up and getting lots of carbs in my body ready to go out, I literally just had a small meal. Watch some YouTube. I watched Davey 504 all night on YouTube.
Oh my
God. Yes. What a guy. You know what? I don't even like bass guitar. I do not like bass guitar, but I cannot stop watching Davey 504. He's my number one YouTuber right now. What a guy.
Oh.
What a guy. Makes me want to buy a bass guitar. I won't even play it just so I can be friends with him. But and then I got up on Thursday morning, same again, cup of tea, and then I started. I did the 3,000 meters on a ski erg. Big thanks to John Watton for dropping that off for me. I had that in my front garden. So I did so normal triathlon's actually 1,500 meter swim. I doubled that because it's a little bit easier on a ski erg. So I doubled it. Took me about 15 minutes to do. I had a sip of water. I got on the bike, and then I went out on the bike and did the 40k. And you know what? I felt like I was flying. I felt really good on the bike. I would have been even quicker. I did 40k in 1 hour 35, and I would have been even quicker. But I've never been on a road bike before, so they're kind of like the wheels are really thin, aren't they? And it's just you just sit different on it, and getting your feet in the pedals and stuff. So I spent about a minute. I started my little app to track it. I spent the first minute trying to get my feet in pedals. So I could have shaved a minute off straight away. Anyway, I smashed that out, and I felt all right. I got back. I thought, right, let's get this run done. Let's get it under 3 hours. It's easily achievable. I think I had like just over an hour left, and I can run 10k in. I'm not very fit at the minute, but I've been running 10Ks in like 57 minutes. So I thought, yeah, I'll smash this. So I had a sip of water and went out. And then when I got about halfway through, I realised I'd messed up big time. I'd just not drunk enough water. I had no carbs. Literally, I had a cup of tea. I didn't like eat anything in between.
Yeah.
Like a lot of athletes have like these energy gels and stuff, don't they? So I had nothing. And then I was just running. So I got 6k in, and I started to see all these spots in my vision and stuff. And I started to my vision go hazy. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna pass out down a back lane. No one's gonna see. So I ended up having to walk a little bit, and I managed to get home. And then I just shouted at my missus, like, get me water. I just need water. So she got me a big glass of water and ice, and I just poured it all over me, drank it. And then I just set off again and I finished it. But it took me like an hour and 8 minutes. So that pushed me over the 3 hour limit. So I'm gutted about that. And then as I finished, Rico rang me. So he's running, and he FaceTimed me like I've got 8k left. I'm nearly there. So that was pretty cool. He absolutely smashed it.
Look, the fact that you managed to do the sprint triathlon like 2 days before doing the actual triathlon is unbelievable. Like you said, you didn't train for it, and it doesn't seem very clever to do that as well. Because like you said, you're just going to tighten up so much.
Yeah, it was not a good idea. Definitely.
Nah, but what an achievement, man! Like you said, it's not something you train for. I know you've dropped a bit of weight during quarantine anyway. You've been getting quite fit. So to be able to do that were amazing.
Yeah, I did that fast. I just like these little challenges have kept me going. I did the fast, the sprint triathlon, the triathlon. I think um, next next month I'm going to just try and just ride as many miles as I can on a bike. I think that's me going to be my challenge for next month. I'm just going to see. I'm just going to try and ride the bike, maybe not every day, but as often as I can, and just
Yeah.
see how many miles I can clock up on it. It's just
Have
me.
you watched
My ass is killing.
Have you watched Rico's vlog? Have you watched what he's?
Yeah,
Have you
so
seen it?
I watched that as soon as he dropped that this morning. So
Yeah,
make sure you find Rico on YouTube. He's doing a lot of like little vlogs and stuff now. So
we just got
Rico
it up there
VKB.
when we'd lost you. I put it on. I found his channel and
Oh
showed
yeah,
people
cool,
where it was, so
cool.
people will
Yeah,
be able to go watch that. But what an achievement he had to be able to do that, you know. And he said that in that vlog, like obviously I won't give too much away because it's like it is a really an amazing watch. But he said that them gels and stuff and being able to having to eat while he's actually exercising were the hardest part. You know, like one of the hardest parts was eating the
yeah,
bars every hour and drinking them gels every 20 minutes.
yeah.
Like imagine trying to run and eat a flapjack bar, you know, like an oat bar.
Yeah. I just massively underestimated that side of it, and obviously I were out for 3 hours, and in 3 hours, I filled up a half-liter bottle of water, and after 3 hours, there was still water left in there. So that tells you how much I drunk. I drunk less than 500 milliliters of water. So
Jesus, man.
Thomas Quinn there, he's just asking about putting weight on after the fast. So I did actually put a little bit. So I started off at 94.4. I went down to 90 kilos, and then I put about 2 kilos back on. But I wasn't trying to keep weight off again. I just ate as much carbs as I wanted. And then I did the triathlon, and I didn't actually put this on the video, but I weighed myself and I weighed 89.9 kilos. So I actually got back down after the triathlon. I actually got back, and this was after probably a litre of water I got on the scales, and I was 89.9, which is the same weight as the after the 100-hour fast. So it was the exact same weight. So I got back down to it, but obviously I was massively dehydrated. Um, yeah, I mean, even the last 2 days is super dehydrated, just drinking more and more water. I think it really like my eyes went bloodshot. Um, yeah, I think I really did some damage.
Well,
So
I mean, how hot it's been for you two this last few days. You know, like
yeah, that were another thing.
the
Like by the time when I set off, it wasn't too bad, but by the time I'm running, that's when it really started to heat up, and I were in trouble really down the back lanes. I'm like in my head, I'm thinking I'm not gonna finish this. I wasn't even thinking that. I'm thinking I'm gonna collapse here and nobody's gonna find me because of where I am. So I just knew I had to just head home. So I just started walking. Then I felt all right, so I did a little jog and I walked again. I did that till I got home. And once I got some water in me, I got like a bit of burst of energy, and I just finished it. I just ran around
that's
the block.
crazy, man.
But yeah, it were crazy, and I'll definitely do it again. 100%, I'll do it again. I can definitely 3 hours, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's a good challenge, and I think it's great for fighters. For MMA, I think triathlon is a good like comparable sport because you got three disciplines. It's kind of like MMA. MMA is made up of striking, wrestling, and grappling on the ground. You've got like three things, and then with triathlon, you've got like the swim, the bike, and the run. It's like a similar kind of how you approach it is very similar. So I think it's good. I think all fighters should at least try it for once. Tips for shin cramps, mate. I ain't got none. Everything were cramping up on me. So yeah, I think
Salt tablets. I mean, that's what Rico was
yeah,
taking on his.
yeah. I mean, literally, I had no preparation for this, and maybe like in between, I should have stretched. I got off the bike, had a sip of water, and then set off running. Whereas maybe I should have done some kind of stretches, something to mobilize my legs ready for the run. But yeah, I didn't do any of that. I literally just did it. I did the bike ride without an helmet. So I was just riding.
On.
Yeah, I'm riding just down like a main road, just cars flying past now, thinking, what am I doing here? Like I've really fucked this up, especially after Thailand and crashing. So yeah,
Yeah,
stop.
Chris but stop running, legs are fucked. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, what an achievement for you both to do, and like I said,
yeah. Rico to
what
do it
Rico,
he did it in what 5 hours 40, 5 hours 38, which is
yeah,
amazing, an amazing time. Like I think I was looking up the sort of times, and 6 hours was the sort of the goal for like your amateur sort of Ironman athlete. So to smash that by over 20 minutes is really good on no training, no preparation. It's crazy.
that's it. I mean, imagine how good that's going to be moving forward for MMA. Off of BKB, like he's gone somewhere deep and dark into his gas tank there that he'll have never have been before. Like he'll have gone into a dark place to be able to get through that, and obviously that's what he'll have been working with John Watton. That
Yeah,
flow state, getting himself ready, getting that mentality, and he managed to power through it. I think it's
yeah,
amazing. Like that vlog that he did, he was very open about sort of everything. Just a really good achievement, and what it managed to raise for the gym and for the charities as well. Again, we're just incredible. Like $3,000 in like less than a week. A few
yeah,
days,
massive.
three.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good,
Amazing,
and
mate.
it's just that mental toughness. That's kind of where Rico excels, and that's where I always thought that something that I really felt that I was strong in my mind when I was fighting. So, and John Watham's a really good coach who kind of brings that out, and getting Rico to train with him has helped him even more. So, yeah, really glad that I introduced him, and John loves him as well. John's like ringing me like, "You guys are crazy doing this. Like, what are you doing?" So yeah,
What
he
a
loves
guy.
it. So big thanks to him, and he's actually just got all the kit now for doing like the VO2 and lactate testing. So when we're out
Oh
of
wow.
lockdown, we're going to do all that for the fighters. We're going to start bringing that in and getting all the fighters tested and getting all the heart rates that they need to be working at and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be really good for the team.
No, that's class. Yeah, John's a top guy. If anyone's not following him on Facebook or found his page, add him or follow his page because he does his shed talk every morning. And there's
Yeah,
some like absolute nuggets of gold in that. Like the man's a genius and he's just a really nice guy as well. Like when he
yeah.
talks, I don't know. There's just no arrogance. There's nothing about him. He's just a top bloke, and he's just that's all you could say about him. He just seems like a proper good guy, like somebody you want to listen to and learn from.
Yeah, man, and like I was speaking to him this morning because he came to pick up the ski erg that he lent me, and I was saying he needs to get his stuff on YouTube and get a channel because on Facebook it kind of gets lost, doesn't it? If you're not connected
Yeah,
to him, you won't. If you're not looking at his profile on whatever morning he posts his video, you're not going to see it. Whereas on YouTube it's kind of there forever. So I'm going to try and help him out and get some stuff on YouTube for him and. Yeah, maybe that's a conversation to be had with you as well, and we can put some stuff together. Even if it's
totally.
like,
I actually thought that. I thought that myself. Like I think that all that stuff that he's doing needs documenting. It needs to be on a channel. We could go down and get him some stuff filmed and get him started, and then obviously he can go live on his phone like he is. I just think
yeah,
more people need to see what he's doing because he's absolutely smashing it. Like it needs to. More people need to see it. That's it. Like we need to get him sorted, get him set up. So
yeah,
it's
and
class.
that kind of mental like fortitude, what it brings out in people, and what you're seeing from Rico and myself is, I think it's really important right now. We're all in lockdown. Everyone's got these problems and issues and stuff. And I think, whether you're an athlete or not, that kind of like mental toughness is really important in life, going through hardships and stuff. So I think there's a lot to be learned from, not just from a sports perspective, but just from like an everyday life, just getting into that zone in your head. Where
Well,
business
that's
as
it.
well, working for business.
We spoke about it when he came and did the seminar, and obviously came on the podcast with us. But like we were there in a room full of fighters, and he was talking about it. But like I took a lot away from it, not as a fighter, but from what I've been through with my time, training in Navy and all that sort of stuff, and what I've been pursuing in business. Like when everything that he spoke about really resonated with me because I don't know. I could really sort of come to grips with it and be like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to achieve as well. Even though it's not in an athletic side, you can really see where you're digging deep and putting in the hours when people aren't watching and just maintaining that focus to be driving towards whatever you need to be doing. And that is exactly what people need in times like this. If you can't come out of this sort of more educated, stronger, in a better position, when you've got all the time on your hands, like this is where you need to be disciplined and putting in the graft, because you should be able to come out a lot stronger. It's not easy, but it's time to capitalize in it.
Yeah, definitely. It's time to set up, what's going to happen after. I mean, I don't know if the gym's going to open in a month's time or 6 months' time, but it's time. It's time now to plan and make sure that everybody's motivated and everybody's got stuff to do. I'm always posting to the gym members and stuff and trying to keep things going with them. Giving them stuff to do and that. So it's really important, definitely. But yeah, try and stay fit. Stay healthy, because the worst thing is when you come out of this lockdown and you're unfit and you got to go back to the gym and it's harder than ever. Whereas especially if you're a fighter, if you can come back to the gym and you're already fit, people are saying, it's going to take years. It's going to not years, sorry, months, because you're going to have to go back to the gym. Then you're going to have to do a 3-month fight camp for the fight. But I don't think that's the case. I think if you've got yourself in a good physical condition, 4 or 5 weeks in the gym sparring, you'll be able to fight again. So
yeah,
I think
it's a funny time now, isn't it? I think like even for those that aren't athletes or challenge yourself, like physically challenge yourself, mentally challenge yourself. Like me and Chris from XS Guard, we're doing that 100K in May. It's not a massive achievement. It's not like doing a triathlon or an Ironman, but it's something. It's something to challenge yourself and be disciplined to say, right, out of a 30-day period, I've got to at least run 25Ks. So you're only giving yourself 10 days of not being able to run. And like, I've really enjoyed that. I keep giving myself little goals to hit, stuff like with business, with YouTube. And then like I'm trying to add on to this 100K in May now, where I want to do 100 push-ups a day. So I'm trying to do 10 push-ups on the hour every hour until I've done 100 push-ups each day. I want to do that till end of May. And it's just like little stuff.
Yeah,
just to keep myself.
I've been doing the same. I've been doing 100 push-ups a day, and then I've been trying to do stuff like, obviously I can't teach at the gym, so I've been trying to do stuff like looking at Facebook, posting on Facebook, posting on social media, looking at like the YouTube channel and building that and stuff. So yeah, really concentrating on that and trying to focus my energy into different stuff rather than just sitting on my ass and watching Netflix. But yeah, it's good to have those little goals, like do 100 sit-ups a day or 100 push-ups a day. Do X amount of K running a week. Yeah, definitely give yourself a little goal like that. Keep you going.
Well, it's good fun, mate. We've almost done an hour there. I was going to go on to the. We'll quickly just touch on the 501 deadlift from Thor.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to go into too much detail, and obviously they've announced fights and things, but we don't need to go too deep into it. But what did you reckon to the 501 pull from Thor? Like,
yeah, it was crazy, really, because I just recently watched the Eddie Hall little documentary that he made himself, the little vlog about the mental state that he had to get in to lift that 500 kilo, and I saw how hard it was. Afterwards he's like bleeding, he's got like internal bleeding, and he said
he's passed out on that gurney in the back and stuff, and he's like he's proper messed up.
Like he's in a bad way. He like lost his memory and all this stuff, and then see Thor do 1 kilo more, which is a little bit cheeky, but it's it's fair enough. You can do 1 kilo more. He did it, and he did it with relative ease, and he spoke afterwards, and he looked in a much better state afterwards. So yeah, crazy to see. I'm sure many people agree that he could have lifted more on that day. He could have done more.
Yeah.
I think.
I thought that as well. Like the physical state he was in after, where he could talk and he could have the interviews, way better than Eddie. And I almost thought, like, wouldn't it be funny if he just said, in a week's time, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go for 520 or 510. Like he's already like he's at peak physical fitness. He might as well just be like, let's go again in a week.
Yeah, it's one of them where like watching it did. It's not obviously it's not easy, but it looks sort of like wow, he can do that. Like why can't he just do it again? But the strain on his nervous system must have been crazy. Like the stuff that you can't see, like his nervous system must have been fried. And people thought that he'd maybe go back and do another lift on the same day. You know, can he try and go one above? But he said no. He said, no, I'm happy with that. I've done that. That's it now. I need to rest. So fair play to him. I don't know if Eddie will come back and try and beat that. I think he's, as he said, he's retired from actually doing that. I don't know.
I mean, you've got to imagine. Look how long it took Thor to get prepared for that. You know, and
Yeah.
just think about both of them. How much fucking steroids and stuff they're on. Like they must be geared up to eyeballs. You know, like Thor, the size of him. You know, the weight of him. He's put on so much weight since. You know, we've never seen him that big. I don't think so. He's so big now that it's just crazy to think that you know Eddie would even attempt to come back. He'd obviously have to do a lot of training. He'd have to get a lot of size back on, which wouldn't be good. You've already sort of alluded to there that he almost had like concussion after it because the pressure, the blood pressure that went onto his brain. And, you know, you're in absolute like stroke, all sorts of territories there when it's that bad. So, yeah, I think Eddie Hall's done. However, he picked the mic up and said, "Let's have a boxing match. Let's go."
Yeah.
Which, that's almost on par with like the Floyd versus Conor, like two worlds collided there. This is like something we've never seen. It could be absolutely shit, or it could be amazing.
Listen, it's not going to be the prettiest fight or anything, but I am buzzing for it. This is like the two of the strongest men in the world are going to fight. That's like what's not to like about that. That is what I hope. That is what the people want to see. You know, you got to look at it from that perspective, from like a purist fighter perspective. It's like, oh, you know, they're just freaks and they don't have to throw a punch properly. Listen, these are like two awesome athletes in their own right. They are the strongest men in the world, and they're going to fight each other. Like, who doesn't want to see that happen? You know,
it's some fucking gladiator. It's gladiator shit, that, isn't it?
That's it. It's crazy. So I'm buzzing for it. It's gonna be massive. It's gonna be so big, you know. And
they've got a lot of time to train for it as well. Like it's not until summer of 2021. Yeah. It's not a lot of time, but they've got time now to start honing the craft, honing the skills. You know, putting some combinations together, then cutting down some weight. I guess.
Eddie actually had Eddie's had a boxing fight before, hasn't he? I think. I'm sure I watched him have a boxing fight, or I watched him sparring and stuff. So yeah, it's it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. It gets people buzzing and stuff, and it brings eyes to boxing and to combat sports. So you're definitely going to get people complaining, saying, "Why are they getting this? They shouldn't be doing it," you know. But at the end of the day, it's the same. It's the same when you look at these celebrities. You know, Aaron Chalmers doing it. And, you know, why does he get to fight on Bellator? Or because he's, you know, built himself up so far in a completely different area that it's easy to transfer that fame.
Thor said it was a 7-figure contract as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
So like they're getting paid for it as well. Like it's going to be good.
And they deserve to be. You know, these are the strongest men in the world, and they're going to fight each other. Like, pay them whatever. Just why not?
Pay them whatever they want. All right. Well, I mean, I think we've covered everything there that we needed to cover for tonight. Obviously, the UFC 249 is tonight. It's going to be an epic comeback for fighting. The card's stacked. We only went over,
What time does it start UK? Do we know? Because everyone's going to ask me this question.
According to what I've read online, the prelims start at 1. The main card starts at 3, as it does every single time. So it's 1 and 3 always. Yeah. I'm probably just going to go for somewhere between 1 and 3. I'll try and get my head down a bit earlier and get up and watch it. Are you getting up to watch it?
I'm good. I'm pretty tired, to be fair, but I'm going to try my best. I want to try my best to stay up and watch it.
I can't wait. I need to see it as it happens because social media ruins everything. Like I flick onto Twitter or something when I wake up and that's it. It's game over. So I need to watch it as it happens.
Yeah, man.
So as we said at the beginning, check out Danny Mitchell's YouTube page, Danny Mitchell MMA, where he's sitting now, still 9:15.
Listen to me. Listen up. Here we go. So, all you've got to do, right? I'm going to put a post on my Facebook in a minute. Yeah, so Danny Mitchell MMA. And basically, this is what it is. You got to go to my YouTube, yeah, subscribe to the channel, and share one of my videos. So pick any video you like off my channel and share it. Do that on Facebook. And then on my Facebook, either send me a little message or just comment on the post that I'm about to put on that you've done it. And what I'll do is I'll randomly pick a winner. And I'll give you. I've got when Frank Mir came over, he signed a glove. So I've got a signed glove from Frank Mir, former UFC heavyweight champion. It's an ACB glove. I've got a signed glove. So I'll pick a random winner and I will send you that glove. Okay. So all you got to do, go to my YouTube, subscribe, share any of my videos. Do it on Facebook. Tag me in it or send me a message or a comment on the post. I'll put your name in the hat. There you go, Josh. Have that.
Jeez, we're so close as well. So right, okay. So the competition's still on. I'm still fighting. I'm coming out swinging. But
listen to this, Josh. I've actually entered your competition. So if I win, then
hey, you might as well. I've done mine through so I've got a competition running. You can win £100 worth of Amazon vouchers. You can find the details on my latest video on YouTube. I'll just get it up there. So on the latest video, you can see there 1K giveaway. Check it out. It's through a legit site, so it's through a legit sort of competition management site, and anyone can win. So there's no favoritism. Like that would be hilarious if they select you to be the winner, Danny. Like I would happily give you the £100 voucher, and I'll probably still have to buy you a Nando's at the end of it as well. This is shit.
You can slide the Amazon card over the table when we're having Nando's.
When it's open again as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, when it does open again.
Fair
news, mate.
So before we finish, just a quick shout out to Amazing Green, our sponsors. They are still, if people want CBD oil, I know some people rely on it to get to sleep and stuff like that. People dealing with anxiety, especially in this kind of times. I don't want to be trying to flog people's stuff, when we're in lockdown. But if people do need it, check them out. I think the code AVT10 will get you 10% off. So they're still delivering and stuff. If anybody needs that, just give us a shout. And then finally, on Thursday, after the triathlon, I actually did a Zoom class on the Diesel Gym Zoom. I don't know if you saw that across my social media, but it was really cool. And they're doing something really awesome. So at 6 o'clock, Monday to Friday, they have a class and anybody can join from anywhere in the world. Really cool. If you go on their site, dieselgym.co.uk, you go on the timetable, and for their members, they have a 10 a.m. class. But then for anybody, there's the link at 6 o'clock. You can log on, use your laptop or your phone, and you can join in. There's MMA, jiu-jitsu, Thai boxing. It's mainly solo drills, so you don't need a partner. But that's Diesel.
Is it these guys? Yeah.
Dieselgym.co.uk. That is it. And if you go on the timetables and prices page, you go at the top. Click on that. It's just on there.
Play some mad music in my ears. That.
Yeah. It's the YouTube video that opens when you.
All right.
Open the page. But yeah, if you go on the timetable and prices, there's a little timetable at the bottom, and there's a little button you can click, and that'll take you to the Zoom meeting. And yeah, that's set up by a guy called Cliff who runs the Diesel Gym. So big thanks to him for inviting me on there. And check it out if you want to do some training at home. I'm going to share it with all my students and stuff because it's a really good thing they're doing for everyone. And they're getting guest instructors. I think they've got Andy Howson on from Leeds, obviously world champion Thai boxer. They've got Vinny Shawman on there doing some stuff. So it's a really good thing that they're doing that 6 o'clock Monday to Friday. So check that out if you want to do some training.
Yeah, no, amazing. Well, that's it. I mean, it's been a good podcast, that, mate. It's been good to get back into it, and hopefully, we're back next week. I guess we need to break down this fight. There's more.
I need an office. I'm just, I might have to build one in attic.
You'll have to do it for next week because there's more cards coming up. I think there's 3 weekends in a row now for UFC cards. We can break down the one for tonight, and it's good to be back, mate. It's been fun, and as always, just follow the social medias. Subscribe to the All Stars Podcast YouTube page as well, and Mate, it's been good. We'll check back in next week and enjoy tonight's fight. I'll drop you a message in the early hours, see if you've got up and watched it.
Yeah, man. Sound.
All right, mate. Catch us in a bit.
Cheers, everyone. See you later.
Cheers.